How about that? So our illustrious hosts, we're gonna kick it off and ask the Thomases.
Yes, sir. I'll take
Kayeen and Monet. How did you all meet?
You want to start?
No.
You want me to?
That means she got something under her sleeve.
No.
Right, I know. I got something
under
under
her sleeve.
She want the man to go first.
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So we went to Carleton College in Northfield, Minnesota. Very unlikely place to meet, but that's where we met. She went through the Posse program, and I just got in, so I was on my own. So she had a whole clique of people that she had like known for like the past year and a half that were all there at the school with her. And I was literally like by myself, like just floating. So
From the hood, bro. That don't matter.
yeah, look. I was. Look, let me tell you. Let me preface this real quick. I was a hopeless romantic in high school.
Okay.
Right. I'm talking about, writing poems to girlfriends, and I'm, yada. My father would laugh at me sometimes. Like I was always had a girlfriend, but it was like, this is my girl. I'm being in high school, right? People was looking at me like I'm crazy. My senior year, I said, when I go to college, I'm done with all of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the biggest hoe that I could possibly be. Right? That was
Speak, my brother.
You want to sow into his ministry?
I felt something going through my spirit.
that was the goal, man. That was the goal. I was like, I'm done with all this tying down romance. I was like, I'm gonna be a hoe. We're gonna be a pimp. I was like, I'm gonna be a pimp. That's what I'm gonna do.
I was dead and I wasn't even in college.
From poetic to pimp.
Hey.
Hey.
So I went. So we got to college, and that was my whole mindset. I was like, man, we about to pimp this out, and it was funny because I had a girlfriend that I had no intention of being faithful to, and I think she knew that I had no intention of being faithful to. When I went to college, and she was just like, she eventually got to the point where she was like, I don't care, you do what you do, I just want for you to be with me when you're at home.
It's like, okay.
And I was
That's pimping.
That's the kind you want to That's the kind you
That's the
want
start of
No,
pimping.
that's called a situation.
Man, it was yeah.
A situation. There you go.
So I'm at college. I'm trying to, I'm trying to do the pimp thing or whatever, and but I'm also like a natural introvert, so it's hard to be a pimp when you don't like talking to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's backwards.
you're right, yeah. So we had I had a friend named Jamal, and Jamal dragged me out to this party. So all of the townhomes on campus had nicknames, and one of them was named Crack House, and that's what this party was. So it was a party at Crack House, and my friend Jamal drags me out to the party. So I go to the party. I'm not really having a good time. It's like white people dancing. I'm posted up on the wall, and Monet walks in with her friend Latrice. And I saw him walk in, right? And I was just like, at this point, I had already made up in my mind, I'm out of here in 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
So I'm posted up on the wall, mean mugging, hands crossed. I got one leg up. Jamal has already grabbed Latrice and started dancing with her. Yeah. Right, so I'm done with the whole situation. I'm like, I'm getting ready to go. Monet, out of nowhere, doesn't know me from Adam, walks up to me, grabs my hand, pulls me off the wall, and starts dancing with me.
My girl.
Right?
Yes, girl. Take what you want.
So first of all, I'm like, for an introvert, this is a big deal. I'm like, I don't know who this girl is, but she just pulled me off the wall. So we're gonna start dancing, and I got all these thoughts running because I overthink stuff. I got all these thoughts running through my head. All right, it's the third song. Like, am I being thirsty? Like, does she really want to keep dancing or whatever? But I'm gonna tell you what happened that like kind of set it for me. There was another guy who was there. I won't name his name because I think he might be a Facebook friend. But there was another guy who was there, and when he came in, he was clearly interested in dancing with Monet. Right? While she was dancing with me. And I was like, I don't know this girl. Like, she pulled me off the wall, but I'm not going to Like I'm not gonna act like I have any like stake and claim to it, right? So he made it pretty obvious. He kept dancing around and like trying to dance with Monet. And when he finally like sort of made the move to like break us up, Monet very cleverly maneuvered out and came back and kept dancing with me. And I was like, well, she wants to do this, so this is what it is. And that party lasted until maybe 2 a.m. We danced the entire time. We left together.
Stop right there. You said you was leaving in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was
so
leaving.
5 minutes turned into what? 2 hours.
Right.
3 hours.
11 years.
Wait a minute. Stop right there. Don't fast forward yet. We need the other part. We need some of that beginning.
So we left and we were still with Jamal in the trees.
Yeah.
We left the party and we just we were all together in the group and we just started walking. As we were walking, we were just we were talking and we really just started
Clicking.
Yeah, just clicking. Like we just started meeting minds. She was like, I want to be a lawyer, and I was like, I want to be a writer, and we just talked about everything that we were going to do and how things were going to be and like all these dreams and stuff that we have for each other. And by the time, because Jamal drove us, by the time we got back to your dorm room, the sun was coming up.
Yes.
Wow. And it was like, it was the entire night. We had spent the entire night together.
Dang, I didn't do nothing.
So, nope.
Nothing that didn't cross your mind.
Man.
It crossed your mind too.
But that's okay. So that's why it didn't pop off immediately because I was still like, I don't want to be tied down to one girl. Like I've been through this, right? So for a while we were just friends, right? And I had the girlfriend at home. I had another girl on campus who I was talking to, and that was a whole big thing. And I would literally like I would be stressed out about the girls, and I would go to Monet, and I would like vent to Monet about how we stressed out about the girls.
There's something about them St. John.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. It was
She didn't have to do that. She really didn't have to do that. She really didn't have to do that.
Awesome.
that was
She didn't have to say that.
So by the end of that first semester, that was freshman year. By the end of that first semester, I was like, okay, something's got to give. One of the girls I was talking to went off for a semester abroad, and she was like, I want for you to be here when I come back, and yada yada yada. And then I had the other girlfriend at home, and I had Monet just there. And I remember writing a letter to my father while I was in school, and I was like detailing all the stuff that was happening. And I was telling him about each one of the girls, like in the letter. Don't ask me why I wrote the letter. I could have just called them. I don't know. That's the right. But to this day, and I think I still have that letter. It got to Monet's part, and I was like, and then this is a girl named Monet, and she's just cool. She's just like a real good friend that I talk to, and she's just cool. She's just cool people. And by the end of that first semester, I was like, I knew something had to give. So we came back. Second semester, I was like, look, I think it's just something. I think we should start dating. And she was like, all right.
I don't remember that. I don't remember how we started.
I know it was second semester because first semester I was still going through all the stuff. And then third semester, Ambrosia came back and she was like, hey. And I was like, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah. But I don't remember how we even, what was that point where we said, yeah, let's start talking now. Because I didn't come to campus being a hoe. She said it all properly.
You're going to have to emphasize that.
I wasn't.
You was a lady.
I was a lady.
That's right.
I was a lady. But I also knew that because my parents were experiencing a divorce. And so I was like right in the sort of midst of that. And like I was leaving home. So I felt like I was escaping.
Okay.
So this is like solitude escaping. Like not wanting to just kind of break away, but literally not knowing that being gone from all the frustration was what I really needed. Just to kind of think about what I wanted. So I don't remember. I remember the party clearly, But I remember doing it because Latrice and I, that was our first time going out. And we were like, I had on a turtleneck, like a sweater at a party. Thank you. That's what I said. At the party, only person with a sweater on, Treats and I. You know what I mean? And so I remember pulling him because he was that oddball. Like he was that guy who was really in his world, and I felt like you gonna pay attention to me. Even though I'm not looking for anybody to pay attention to me, but I feel like you should.
Okay.
So let's do this.
Oh no, she didn't. She said, wait, no. She said he is going to pay attention to me.
Going to
And he
that.
did.
Oh, man,
I
what?
did.
That's what I felt. But I do remember, I think it was a few days later, there was a note left in my locker. Or, no, you said that you thought that I wrote you a note.
Yes. You want to tell the story?
Because there was, so in his locker, his mailbox, there was a poem. It was a short poem.
Someone left me like a love note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anonymous, and left it in my mailbox.
Yeah.
And it was within 48 hours of
Okay.
when we had spent the whole night together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was
Longer.
Monet.
Okay.
So you know me, I'm a writer. I took the joint and went home. I broke some stuff down. I wrote this real heavy poem back, and found it and gave it to her.
Yeah,
right?
you did.
And she took it and she read. She was like, "Oh, this is beautiful." And I was like, "Yeah, I got your poem. I just had to, give your poem back." She was like, "I didn't."
That's right, you
She was like, "I didn't write you a poem."
Oh my God.
She could have admitted it. She could have just
That was
faked
like,
the funk.
and I didn't believe her.
I'm not a writer.
I didn't believe her.
From Shawtown.
I did not believe
We
her.
don't.
Yeah.
We're not
So you
faking. Exactly.
no chaser, you gonna know how I feel.
She's like, "I ain't write a poem." I was like, "You had to
Let
remember,
me-
like there's references." So she was like, "No, I didn't write a poem."
It was like I could have written like the how it read. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
it
ever
was
find out who did it?
yes,
Jesus, that was
yes. There was a young lady who it was funny because one of the first things I remember when I was talking to the older guys was she like walked past and he was a sophomore. No, he was a junior at that time. And he was like, "Yeah, man, that's I won't say her name because again she's a Facebook friend." But he was like, "That's this is whatever." And man, like all the guys, like you don't want to get with her. She don't pay attention to none of them. Like everybody want to hear whatever. And I was like, I bet. Like when I saw it, like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's the finest thing. It was just like, okay, log in your head. Like a lot of guys want to get with this girl. She's not paying attention to him. So it ended up being her.
Interesting.
And so, and I remember telling Monet, because all this happened, that was a very busy freshman term, fall semester. There was a lot happening when I first got to college. But I was like, yo, like, I just came in as a freshman, and this sophomore that everybody's looking at just wrote me this note and is trying to get with me. Like, I feel like I just, like, up this social status.
Your chest poking out.
Yeah, so we about to, I'm not about to turn that down.
He an introvert. He an introvert with his chest poking out.
Yeah.
You see his chest when you see his
He's
head.
an introverted pimp.
Yeah.
That's what you went there for.
That's what's up.
That's sad.
So I got a question for Monet. So during the dancing,
Oh yeah.
what made you shun the other guy?
Because I didn't have time for all that stuff. But first, I think that was not my first time meeting the other guy.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I met him maybe the first or second week of coming on campus. And we did walk, like, along the promenade or whatever the case may be, like getting to know each other, but nothing serious. And so I didn't want to be like, let's make this a thing.
Okay.
And I didn't want you to think that.
Got it.
Because I really just, nice to know you, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But I also felt very comfortable just dancing with Kane. It was a comfort level.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
What's that
Interesting.
quiet storm in him?
Yeah.
I know. I think that's really what it is. Like this
I'll take it.
mysterious kind of dude.
Y'all still believe in this man. It's quiet. I'm not gonna take that. That's my brother and I love him. That's that. No. Okay,
You
brother.
should take a
Your new
page out of
name
his
is
book.
Silent Assassin.
I
Silent
like
Assassin.
that.
I'll take it.
That's
Because
good.
out of this Pentagon group, The wives think that you are the quietest one.
And that's not true.
Yeah.
I will never get that mark.
I talk
No,
about
but
that.
you are the
Billy
loudest.
would never get that mark.
Ever. Ever. He's just never ever.